so beautiful. Time is what makes it ugly. But time after time and through every turn in this life, I could use some stability. We fly and we fall, but we don't fall apart. Break after break, each piece of my heart.
Welcome, Royals, to Winter Bliss 2025. Well, guys, in today's video, we're going to be in my formal living area. I thought I'd do something a little different for you guys as opposed to doing my traditional decorate with me. The analytics say that you guys really like the up close and personal video, so that's what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to walk through and I'll share with you the who, what, when, where, and why of this beautiful enchanted forest design space. So without any further ado, let the walkthrough begin.
Always be you and I. Tell me, how good do people grow? Rearrange and transpose, but it's always the same. I'm attracted to every way. Your mind and your body could ever change. We fly and we fall, but we don't fall apart. Break after break, each piece of my heart. Lovers have come and lovers have gone.
I like to call the little throne or the king and queen space. I picked up these chairs from a local estate sale. I am a lover of all things Parisian, old Hollywood, a little bit of that Great Gatsby era, and I just love fusing those designs together. They give me a very cohesive, warm, rich, old money vibe, if you would, and I love it in my space. Now, these were the most recent additions to this area, and I think they just completed this room perfectly. I have them flanked around this beautiful mercury glass, or is it, what is it? Antique mirror, not mercury glass, antique mirror trimming, and then this beautiful linear mirror. I absolutely love to pick that up from Home Goods several years ago, and it will be a staple in my home for many, many years to come. I have other pieces throughout my home that coordinate with that gorgeous antique mirror. I just think it gives a very, very rich, again, luxe, old money vibe. These were picked up, guys, for 50 bucks, believe it or not, and they are by one of my favorite furniture designers, none other than Michael Amini. Guys, I have researched these chairs and they are retailing right now today in the thousands. I picked them up for $50. I love that for me. Of course, the fabrics on them, the upholstery on them have been updated throughout the years, but I love these. I love this neutral champagne hue. You guys know I'm a champagne girl at heart, but at any time that I want to elevate them or give them a different look, I can simply do so by having them reupholstered. But for right now, they serve a beautiful old world Parisian look for me, and I am loving it. I have them styled with these gorgeous pillows here. These are they from the same designer? Actually, they are not. These are by my sweet friend Deasia over at Moe'na Home Decor. We have worked together for many, many years on several different collaborations. She comes out with gorgeous pillow designs season after season, and we'll often collab to bring to you guys and showcase to you guys some gorgeous pieces. And so these are part of her collection. I got them one year for maybe the fall, but because they're black and black is such a modern trending color right now, I can style it any time of the year and it'll definitely be on trend, but still blend in with that classic Parisian look and feel that I'm going for in this space. Oh, this is by the same design. These are also by Moe'na. This gorgeous what is this, rabbit hair? It is so pretty, guys. I love the fluffing of it. It's just really soft, and it screams of a wintry, cozy vibe. Can be beautifully styled for the fall as well, any time of the year that you choose. But this beautiful hues of the avocado greens, grays, blacks, and creams just really spoke to me for this space. So I have that sitting in front, and these are 18 by 18s, and then these are 24 by 24. So don't be afraid to mix and match your size of pillows. This gives a little bit more added dimension. So I have them both layered and styled the same, and this space is styled to perfection in my opinion. So now let's go over to the next zone.
dream with me, let your mind explore all the things we were created for. Possibilities, an open door that keeps us reaching out for more.
Now walking over to two areas that are faves of mine. I love a good overstated fireplace. As you can see, we'll get to that later. But this right here, guys, aside from my outdoor deck, this is my favorite place to come and just meditate and pray and just unwind. This is my little cozy corner, as I like to call it. Oftentimes I'll come in if it's too cold and weather doesn't permit outside. This is where you'll find the nice blanket, my Bible, a book, or whatever. Just listen to some nice music, glass of wine, tea, coffee, whatever I feel like partaking in that moment. This is my spot. And so here, this is an oversized cutler chair. Some would consider it a love seat, but it's not quite a traditional love seat size, but it will house two average size people comfortably. And on top, guys, so let me go back, talk to you guys about this actual cutler chair. I have showcased this chair or sofa in my home for many years, but I still get tons of questions about it. So for those that are new to the Royal family, guys, this is a piece that I had reupholstered maybe about 5 years ago. It came in almost a color the same hue as my accent chairs, and I just wanted to update and give them a more lighter, vibrant tone, and I went with it's called Beige. It was a beige and gray combination, but I absolutely loved it. I elevated it by going with the velvet as opposed to a chenille, and then I added acrylic feet to give it a more glamorous old Hollywood look and feel. We opted to keep the tufting detail, but I did cover up the wood trimming. If I can find a picture, I'll pop it up as to what the pieces look like prior to me reupholstering them, but I absolutely love these pieces. Can't see myself parting with them anytime at all. I tell you guys all the time, buy what you love and you'll never get tired of it. Don't allow trends to manipulate you, if you would, in and out of decor pieces that you love, and you look back with regret for getting rid of it just to follow the latest trend. If you still love the piece, hold on to it, sis. Place it in another area, put it in storage if your space permits, and then just resurface it. But this is a piece, again, I love the bones of it. I love the stylus that when I purchased it some 10-15 years ago. I purchased maybe like 2011, 10 or 11, and I've had it this long, and I still love it as much as I did the day I saw it in the showroom floor. This was from a closeout store sale in a furniture store in Memphis years ago, and when I saw it, I knew that I had to have it. So I purchased that, and again, just updated it to give it a new modern look and feel, and she's going to be forever part of the Royal family. On this, guys, I also plug and play with pillows. That's a great way to change up any piece or any area in your home just by switching out your pillow covers. It's very inexpensive to do, as opposed to buying a number of pillows, which I have been guilty of doing. I found it is much more advantageous to me, for the way I style, to invest in pillow covers. So that gives me a little bit more real estate to store the items, and it gives me style versatility. Here I have 3 different sizes. I have a 24, a 22, and another a 20, and I absolutely love these. Now this pillow cover is by Glass House Interiors, which is a designer out of Illinois, I believe Chicago. I absolutely love her. I will have her link as well as Moe'na Home Decor link in my description box. These pillow covers are from Amazon in that beautiful avocado green. You kind of see that color story. And then these beautiful gold ones are purchased as they are. These are by, I want to say Rodeo Home. I know I purchased them from Home Goods, but I want to say the brand is Callisto Homes. Doesn't say, but I believe this was a Callisto Home pillow. I love theirs. They are automatically downfield, which is what you definitely want to get. So they're already downfield, and you can chop or not chop. That's your choice, but I'm a chopper at heart, so I'm going to do just that. I love this pillow, guys, because it picks up on all the hues. If you notice throughout this winter styling series, I have used mixed metals all throughout. I've given you champagnes coupled with bronzes, and silvers coupled with gold, and chocolates, and every other hue metallic that I could think of or that I was drawn to. I brought it into this space, or into the spaces rather. And in this particular pillow, you will see a combination of those hues. You have a gorgeous pearl metallic, you have a gold metallic, a champagne, and a little bit of a silver and bronze. So it pulls all of the metallics together, which would make for a very cohesive styling situation, which is what is happening in this space, guys. As I look around, it's absolutely gorgeous. Every nook and cranny just gives me so much joy and comfort, and that's what you want to do when styling your home. You style it for the way you want to live and how you want it to feel for you and your guests. So now let's go over to the mama of the set. Get into the sofa, I have flanked in between the sofa and the cutler chair. This is a cute little accent table. I am on the market for some that are more fitting to a Parisian or a Great Gatsby area, but for right now, these soft gold ones, it's like a C table, they serve their purpose, and so I'm going to use them until I can find what I absolutely love. And I have this beautiful mercury glass mirror lamp styled on top. I swapped out the lampshade. That's another way to change out a look. I swapped out the rectangle lampshade for a round one, just to kind of flow with the theme here. I have a round bowl, I have the round coasters, and it just kind of fills out the look and make it a little bit more cohesive here with I love the round base here. So I kind of played with the shapes that was already being introduced to the area. Even in the smallest spaces, you want to pay attention to all of the detail, because every little bit of detail makes a difference. Because in the base of this accent table, there are little circles, so you kind of tell a circular story in the midst of your enchanted forest design. So down at the bottom, in the opening, I just placed a reindeer and a tree, because what's the forest without reindeers and trees, right? So that kind of rounds that out. I added some of these gorgeous little pine cones that have a icy little crusting on them. I thought that would be perfect and definitely speak of that winter feel for that area. So that just kind of completed that little nook in that section. So now moving over to the sofa, guys, same thing. Had a real poster, added acrylic feet, and then I just began to play as my designer heart desired. So with this blank canvas, that's what I wanted to do, was create a more neutral canvas, if you would, for my styling as my style evolved, because you will have that also. Although I started out as a very traditional Tuscan girl, I found myself more drawn to a more Parisian, a Lux, an old money, and an old Hollywood vibe, and they're cousins, so things still kind of flowed in that same vein. If you kind of focus your attention to my dining area, we already showcased that space, but the pieces there flow beautifully in with the pieces in the formal living area, and that's what you want to do, especially in an open concept area. You want those pieces to tell the same or similar story, or marry the pieces together effortlessly, and I think I've done so, or I feel like I've done so in this space. So with that, keep it in line with the curvature of the chairs, the curvature of the sofa, everything just kind of flows, and you'll see that curvature, that circular pattern repeated in my coffee table, just all throughout, but we'll get to that later. So let's now get back to these gorgeous pillows, guys. I'm gonna sucker for some pillows, and these beauties will forever be in my collection. They are by Z Gallery. I have them in a number of colors. If you have been watching the winter styling series, you've seen them styled in the cerulean and silver in my primary bedroom. For the holiday season, I styled them with the lavender and silver and white in my guest bedroom, and so I have them in a number of colors. I have them in the celeste or the aqua blue and ivories and gold. I just love this pillow. I love the fact that originally when you see them, they're kind of styled, I think the gold is on top, but you can be as versatile as you want to be. Like, here it is, if I style it with just the gold and the embrace of the black. You can switch it and you can style it where it's like perpendicular, and then there's the black and the gold, where you can take it to where the black is on top, or you can take it to where the black is on the outside. Just be versatile, guys. When you have patterns, you can play on those patterns with your pillows, with your wall decor, so many things. Just allow your creativity just to lead the way as it relates to styling your space, which is what I have done in this area. And really, this is the same color story that I told last winter, and I just switched it up a bit. And so even though I know I use the same colors, it's definitely giving me a different look and feel for this winter season, and that's what I was going for. I wanted to show you guys and to prove to myself that I can use the same colors repeatedly and switch things out here and there, plug and play with different decor items, and create a totally new look and feel. And so I did that here. Brought in another one of these green, the 26 by 26 pillow covers from Amazon, Z Gallery, and another one of those ombre or metallic pillows from Home Goods. Rounding out, I am a pillow girl. You can opt and style with as many pillows as you like or don't like, but I'm gonna fluff it up. I'm a fluffy type of chick, and so that's what I'm going to do. So over in this corner, I went with the trilogy of pillows as well. They're similar but not exact. I swapped out and added in another one of those beautiful geometric, which is very Great Gatsby in my opinion. So this is how I married some of those patterns together. Some of the pillows give a very old Hollywood look, some give a Great Gatsby look, and some give a Parisian look, and it's just a matter of marrying them all together. And so I love this geometric pattern. Again, you can flip it on its side or vertical, however your heart content, but I love that pattern. Playing on those beautiful hues of the bronzes, blacks, and golds, and marry as well with the avocado green, okay? And to finish off the styling, I'm gonna always flank my sofas or beds with a nice throw just to give that cozy vibe, and that moss green throw there is from Amazon. So now let's go back to
on my knees, and I'm begging you, please. Is there any chance you're thinking about me? If I change my place, babe, won't you come back to me? Stop until you're here, you're miles away. It's safe to say, it's almost like you've disappeared. I'm so sorry that I hurt you so deep. Swear I spent the last few years just trying to change. I'm on my knees and I'm begging you, please. Is there any chance you're thinking about me? If I change my ways, babe, won't you come back to me? Make no mistakes, babe.
Alright guys, so now we have made it back over to the fireplace, and this is probably, well, I say every space is my favorite to style, but I love styling up this fireplace. Again, it is overstated. It didn't look like this when we moved in. I gave it just a nice little glam over with some mosaic and I think it's like diamond stones, and then on the base I just did a white marble. I absolutely love this combination. I think it's classy and it'll never go out of style. On top, guys, again playing off that rounded softness of the design, I picked up this mirror from Hobby Lobby at 50% off. I absolutely love that soft gold, and as you see, it's playing beautifully with the other metallics in this area, and I love that for me. So starting from left to right, I have these beautiful, they're Tommy Bahama lamps. Someone asked me where did I get the lamps from. They're by Tommy Bahama, guys, and I have had those. I believe I purchased them the first week I moved back from Texas, which was in 2017. I picked them up I know that I did. On my way here, we stopped, I saw Home Goods, and we just made a little pit stop, and I purchased them on the way here. So they were purchased probably like Texarkana, Texas. No, they were purchased in Rockwall, Texas, on the way home from Texas to Arkansas from Texas. So I have them. I love, again, that antique mirror, that mercury glass. I knew that I was going to be bringing more of that into my home. So when I saw them, I had to get them, and I love this wood tone because again, it's mixing that rustic, elegant look and feel in my opinion. And so those are gorgeous. They look like tree branches, which means to me, they can be styled for any season because you see trees in every season. So that's something that can be seasonal. When you're purchasing accessories for your home, think of items that you can keep up and styled all year round, so you don't necessarily have to change them out every year. I pull them off when I want to, but I don't necessarily have to pull them off for any season because they work beautifully with each season, with the branches and just the bark. The base of them look like the actual bark or the trunk of a tree. I love that. And so when I found these pieces, I actually purchased them at the same time from a local accessory boutique in my area. I knew that those hues would work beautifully for me. Again, it has the beautiful bronzes, the pewter, the champagnes, and they absolutely pull all of the hues that I love to style with. Again, has that round shaping, so I knew that it would play beautifully with the way I like to style. And inside, I created just a DIY centerpiece. Guys, you know I love creating centerpieces for every season, and these are some picks that I have had a number of years, guys. Purchased them for Christmas, but they definitely can flow for, in my opinion, in my winter styling. Just mixing, matching, using what I already had to create this zero cost mantle design. Took a couple of my garlands, flanked them on either side, added a few extra picks to this to beef them up, and I think it's just giving just enough enchanted force without being too over the top. I wanted to bring it down from Christmas, but I didn't want it to just be blank and bare, like with nothing there. So that kind of fed the emptiness of having all that beautiful garland, if you guys remember from the Christmas season. I just did not want to go back to just blank and stark. So I'm loving it so much that I'm even considering doing a little something there for spring, maybe even summer. I don't know, but we'll see. But I love what this is giving. Again, it's just enough, not too much, in my opinion, for this design. And it definitely screams enchanted forest, does it not? So now moving over to this side, guys. Same design. It's pretty symmetric with just a few exceptions, like with the candle holders as opposed to the centerpiece, but I think it balances off perfectly in terms of the height and the dimension. And again, I just took these gorgeous candlesticks. Again, got these from, these may be purchased from Home Goods. Well, no, these are from the same accessory boutique. I love the ombre from the soft golds down into the pewters and the bronzes. Again, I knew I could play beautifully with those all year long. On top, as opposed to adding a candle, I added pine cones, and they just flow. Again, pick up the beautiful pine cones that are styled there, pick up the pine cones that are styled throughout the pieces, and it just, again, tells a beautiful, cohesive story. So down to on the bottom, just something simple and elegant, guys. I had some of these extra little trees that I picked up from the 90% off Hobby Lobby sale, and I just flanked each side of the mantle with a tree. And then there, the fireplace is complete. Another area I love to style, guys, is my coffee table. Now, I am not a traditional coffee table stylist in that I want the big, bulky coffee table and do the four. I used to be that girl, but I found, and you're going to be surprised to hear this come from me, that as it related to my coffee table, less was more. I opted to find a slender, oblong or round shape because I wanted to pick up on the curvature in my sofas. You'll see that, again, it's a repeated theme. You'll see the circles and the curves and all those things. And so my sofas are what they call a kidney shape. And so I was intentional about purchasing a coffee table that had that kidney shape. And when I found one that was in the antique mirror, that was even a more plus. And this is by Bassett Home, which is also a plus, and that is from the same collection of the other two major mirror pieces that I have in my home. I know we've had this trend in and out type of thing that goes on in the design world, and they'll tell you, designers will tell you what's in and what's trending and what's out and all of those things. But to me, if you invest in staple pieces that you love, it's always in trend if it's in your home and you're loving it. And so for me, I love these antique mirror pieces. You'll see it repeated with my credenza. You'll see it here as in my breakfast nook area. I'm never going to park my pieces just because someone says that they're out of date to them. It very much so flows with me and floats my boat and my home. So it will stay here, it will be styled here season after season. So this basket piece is an anchor or staple in my home. Again, it mimics the lines of my sofa, mimics the lines of my curvature, my cutler chair, and I just keep it styled very, very simple yet elegant season after season. I came in with this gorgeous, another DIY centerpiece using just winter picks, and I threw in just a splash of chocolate to pull the chocolate hues from my former dining room over into this space. Just some little Christmas picks, if you would, and I just stuck them inside. I completed the centerpiece. I was like, it needs a little bit, just a little razzle dazzle, and that was just what my heart needed for this space. So just stuck them in there, and it just, again, it just gives it a little bit of pop and extra dimension. Down on the base of it, I laid on this cute little beaded runner that I got from Tuesday Morning years ago. Regret that I could not find another. And on top again was Enchanted Forest without reindeer. So I was able to keep out a lot of my reindeer that I love so much for this season. Again, I was intentional about my theme. I was intentional about my colors and the products that I use, because it allowed me to leave those things out that I enjoy a little longer. So in essence, guys, I've been able to style with my winter / Christmas items, meaning Christmas picks and reindeers, for nearly 6 months out of the year, and I have loving that for me because I love reindeer. I started styling for the winter Christmas season in October, so here we are in February, and they're still out and styling and profiling, and they're standing all cute, and I am loving every one of them in their respective places. Love this vase. I picked this up from Home Goods. Again, playing on that mercury glass, the bronzes, it just, again, tells a cohesive story for the color hues that I love to style with. And that, for me, is a win-win situation. So we're going to finish out the room tour with one of my new favorite pieces.
Differently, yeah, but something went wrong. The signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you take me on a trip, always up and down and back and forth in merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right, but when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling left behind. Cause something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're going different directions. Let's go where we were, when no one gets hurt.
Guys, I am absolutely loving those minor updates that I made to this space. If you've been around for a while, can you tell me what changes? Well, you know, it's major changes, but it's something that was signature to this area that is no more, and I love doing that. Now, this will be a staple here. This is a Credenza by Bassett Furniture, and it's not the typical mirrored cabinet in that it is the mercury glass, so I love, love, love that with the champagne finish as opposed to the stark gold or the cold silver one. When I saw this one, I was like, it's perfect for me, and again, it flows with the collection that I already had. So this, the table, and the coffee table rounds out my Bassett collection of mirrored pieces. Again, they are a staple in my home, and they're not going anywhere. Now, for years, I had this paired with the gorgeous mosaic mirrored pieces from Pure One that I have since styled in my breakfast nook area. I love changing things out, and that's another designer tip, because even though we're doing a walkthrough, I want to give you just some designer style inspiration along the way. And so as opposed to keeping them up, I swapped the pieces out last fall, maybe like the first fall that we were here, not sure, maybe 2023. And I had this beautiful picture that we picked up in St. Louis. Love that picture because it had a variety of colors, so it always pulled the color story that I was bringing into the room. But this winter, I wanted to switch it up. Again, trying to prove to myself that I could go with the same color story, but add a few new things and just give it a totally new look and feel. And this, to me, is very, very on trend, but it is still true to my Parisian or old Hollywood luxe look and feel, and that the mirror pieces is definitely given old Hollywood. I love the acrylic deer so much that I wanted to give them their own place to shine. And if some of you had asked me, was I going to be styling with them for the Enchanted Forest or the Winter Bliss styling series? And this is your answer. Absolutely. I love them so much. Some of my royal sisters and I went on a scavenger hunt looking to complete this look. I purchased one of my beautiful sisters from Texas purchased another, and then another sister from here in Arkansas purchased another, and so together we created this wonderful little trilogy of the acrylic family. So they will be a staple in my home for many years. So of course they were going to have their own place to shine. And to that, guys, I knew that I had these acrylic and gold lamps, and I thought, as soon as I thought of keeping them out, I had those lamps in mind. And so I'm looking for something a little bit more grand in scale, but these work for the time being. I swapped out the white lamp shades for the black because I opted to switch out the artwork. As you can see, these are pieces that I've had for a number of years. It is a grouping of the same photo from Hobby Lobby, and I simply just switched them around and to make them look different. You've seen them style in my breakfast nook and my entryway. Now here in the formal living area, they've been in my dining room. I just love plugging and playing. They've been in my guest bathroom. Just wherever I feel like bringing this color story in, I'll pop them up, and I absolutely love this, guys. I love the reindeer, how they're just standing all proud. And the newest addition to this look, guys, was this wreath. I picked this up from Michael's, 80% off. When I saw the crystal or the acrylic little beading on there, I instantly thought of the acrylic deer. Now it came with some, what do we say, hunter green ornaments on there, like a felt ornament or a velvet ornament. I knew that that wasn't the look I was going for, so I just popped them off and brought in some ornaments, guys, that I have had for a number of years from Hobby Lobby. They are actually pine cones, again telling the same story, guys. You have to be strategic in your color story and in your theme. And so for the Winter Bliss theme or series, you see pine cones, you're seeing winter peaks, you're seeing reindeer, you're seeing all of those things that speak of an enchanted, icy, woodsy forest. And so I wanted to keep true to that theme, so I had some available, and I just popped them in wherever there was a green felt ornament, and it brought the pine cone or the wintry look over to the acrylic deer, because they are very different than the rest of the deer that are styled in the space, but I wanted to keep them cohesive in some way. And so I felt like the pine cone along with the icy peaks and the flock peaks along with the wood branches here pulled it all together beautifully. And of course, I will forever have these beautiful candelabras flanked on either side of the credenza. Pick these up from Hobby Lobby. When I tell y'all a lot of my pieces are 10, 15 years old, that is the truth. These were purchased when my daughter, who is now 31, was in maybe her sophomore year. They came in like a dark brown, really indicative of the Tuscan era. And so since I started going more into the old Hollywood glam and Parisian era, I just decided to glam them up and give them a nice gold spray paint. I'm going to be sprucing them up just a little bit, probably for the spring season, but I love them and they are here to stay. Now they came with originally a glass votive, and one of them was broken. So I just started season after season, just putting different pieces on top, whether it's another glass votive or a candle. And in this case, I opted for this gorgeous candle that has the trees, the forest theme on there, and I think it just flows beautifully with the theme and that ivory and gold. And so that's what's flanking this area, and it is absolutely one of my favorite zones in the room. I like to break my rooms up into zones when I'm decorating, just for my mental to kind of strategize and have everything laid out. But this zone absolutely came together beautifully. I could easily swap the deer out, pop another piece of accessories on there, and keep this up for the spring season if I chose to. So I love the versatility of switching out artwork and just different little accessories, lamps, things like that, to just give a space a totally new look and feel. All right, guys, so I think I have covered everything in my home as to where it came from. Now, this is a basket piece, but I purchased it from Facebook Marketplace, brand new, from a a flea market. This particular vendor, they purchase, like, I guess, trailers of furniture. They don't know what they have in there until they open them up. And the moment the vendor posted it, I was at the flea market. Literally left a client under the dryer to go get this piece. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a $2,500 piece, guys. I got it for $500. Still brand new in the box, still wrapped, everything. I was just, yay me. I love finding deals like that. And so as I close out, guys, that's another little tip. If you are a lover of that old money or that old Hollywood Parisian look, and you don't want everything to be brand new and modern, think Facebook Marketplace, estate sales, yard sales, swapping things out with your family and friends. I've had a young lady tell me that her and her family, they do a Christmas swap every year. So as opposed to different ones going out buying all new Christmas decor, they pick their color hues and they swap them out. I thought that's a genius idea. Helps the family to give new looks for each home, but also keeps the money in the home. So I think that's a wonderful idea. So just think of ways, guys, that you can be innovative with the way you want to style your home. If you're looking to change everything out, sit down, strategize, put pen to paper as to what you want and what you're looking for, so that when you're out and you see it, you don't have to ponder about it. You already know that that's something that you've been on the hunt for. Like, I know that I'm on the hunt for some beautiful, substantial acrylic lamps. I want them specifically to be acrylic. I don't want crystal, I want acrylic, because I wanted to pull the acrylic from my window curtain rods, my legs on my chairs, and I just want to bring a little bit more of that acrylic, the acrylic on my light fixtures. So just kind of bring a little bit more of that into the space. So little things like that. So I know that I'm always on the hunt for certain items. So when I'm out yard selling, flea market, wherever, I know what I have in my mental shopping list. And so I hope you guys have enjoyed this little up close and personal. I'm looking at the rug. I did not show you guys where the rug is from, but I'll show you that in the B-roll. And this is purchased from Amazon. I absolutely love it. It's very, very, very similar to the Inspire Me Home Decor rug set that I have in my former dining, but that one has, I guess it's been discontinued because I could not find it in the size I want. So when I saw this, I was a little reluctant, but I love it so, so much. And I'll share that with you guys. I think I changed this out actually maybe last spring or last winter, I'm not sure, but I love it here. It'll be a staple. So just little things like that, guys. Buying those flagship pieces that you will just be able to style for season after season. It's a great way to keep your home looking luxe, keep your budget, you know, within perspective, and to give yourself a totally new look and feel season after season. So I hope you have enjoyed. And until the next video, which will probably be maybe a tour of the outdoor, because the way this winter has been wintering, I may not be doing any traditional decorate with me in those on those outdoor areas, but I would like to show you guys before we do the actual winter tour, which is coming up real soon. So without any further ado, guys, I want you all to stay safe, remain royal until we click on again for more of these royal shenanigans. Have yourself a blessed and beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.